out there wandering. I've been in here wondering, hoping, reaching, wishing I could find my way. Then I found our place.
Greetings to you, my fellow shut-in. I am Louise Palenker, and this is Quarantainment. I hope you've been well. I have hacked my own bangs. Yes, it's come to that. I would love to see a photograph of what you have done to your hair. We are all in this together. We don't look cute, which is why putting a camera on yourself and filming is such a horrid idea. I don't recommend it. There are so many different ways for you to quarantine yourself, and so I recommend inventing games. I have a new one for you. It's called What Room Are You In? What happens is you watch the news, and then you watch the various pundits and representatives broadcasting from somewhere, and you guess what room they're in. So play along with me. This is going to be fun. What room? What room? What room are you in? Hey, tell me how you been, and what room are you in? Which room is Adam Schiff in? Could it be the kitchen? Debbie Stabenow? Are you in a cabin? No? Francis Suarez? Amy Klobuchar? Hey, you two, are you in the boudoir? Joe and Dr. Jill Biden? What room do you currently reside in? Looks like you got a gallery, Nancy. Hey, fancy. It's the Queen wearing green on the throne and not on a latrine. Chris Cuomo's fighting covo, coming to you from a hallway in his home. Oh, hey, look, it's Robbie Mook coming to us live from the breakfast nook. What room? What room? What room are you in? Hey, tell us how you been, and what room are you in? All right, here we go with more Quarantainment for you. Have you guys been watching Unorthodox? Unorthodox is a new Netflix miniseries that is loosely based on an autobiography by Deborah Feldman about her escape from an ultra-Orthodox Jewish sect in Brooklyn. I feel like the extreme version of every religion was probably the construct of a charismatic leader with OCD. Most people with OCD just quietly check the door 12 times, but the charismatic leader expects everyone to do it with him. We're all going to bow 7 times in the direction of the rising sun, recite 10 Our Fathers, and then check the door 12 times. All of us. Okay, so the Satmar ultra-Orthodox Jewish sect is extremely oppressive. They're very restrictive. They're all up in each other's business. Women have basically 2 options. You can either have a baby or have another baby. The family planning is nuts. It involves your husband showing a piece of soil-free cloth from your down there to the rabbi to ensure your utmost cleanliness and fertility. This is followed that very night by the mandated completion of your marital relations. Deborah Feldman had these crazy radical notions about reading and writing in English. This sect speaks only Yiddish, and kids enter adulthood in America with no education and no transcript, which makes leaving and supporting themselves especially tricky by design. But Deborah boldly plans and executes her exit strategy, and she writes her story, which has now inspired this miniseries. You know immediately that the Netflix miniseries Unorthodox is only inspired by Deborah Feldman's actual story because the main character is not called Deborah, instead she's called Esty. So you just hang on and go for the ride as Esty escapes the sect and is chased and hunted, and the suspense builds and builds as you root for her and her freedom. Another really great book about escaping this sect from the male perspective is All Who Go Do Not Return by Shulam Dean. Okay, let's get into Little Fires Everywhere. The book is by Celeste Ng, and it's fiction, so you sort of expect the miniseries to get itself pretty close plot-wise. Do not expect this. Don't you just hate that one person who keeps repeating the same phrase throughout an entire movie or TV show? I am that person. Apologies. While watching the miniseries adaptation of Celeste Ng's book, Little Fires Everywhere, my husband has heard me say, "This is not in the book," infinity. In many ways, the series is richer with more layers and human complexities, which include race and sexuality, but in the book, the character of Mia does not have random anonymous car sex in front of her baby, but I guess Kerry Washington is just way too sensual to be limited like that artistically. But that is not in the book! Okay, I have one more tip for you. I'm a news hound, and I kind of watch MSNBC and CNN obsessively. And when we're all trying to avoid those daily press conferences, it's really refreshing to turn to C-SPAN 2 and 3. And they have like American History TV and Book TV. It's super low tech. Someone has just hung a camera in the corner of a room while people gather. Remember how we used to do that? And someone lectures about their book, or a professor lectures in a classroom. And if you're a history buff like I am, it's just beautiful zen to listen to somebody knowledgeable speak about something interesting that isn't current events. I wish you health and safety. I wish you peace of mind. I am Louise Palanker. This is Quarantainment, and we will see you next time.